Killer Captain Miller. You're gonna love it. 𝐷𝗵𝐺𝐫 𝐀𝐝𝐯 Nandri. Korumbu, my favorite food.
What made you to become a fanboy for
Dhanush? I just love what he's done in this film. I love what I've seen in the teaser and my scenes with him. I was really impressed with his professionalism and his intensity. Hugely adored star.
What was your first reaction when you got to know that RRR has wrote an Oscar?
Yeah, that was ecstatic, wasn't it? I mean, I think I think the whole country was quite excited and proud, and I especially, since I was a part of that project. I mean, it was great. Just a really nice guy. I'm a vegetarian. I don't drink or smoke. I don't oppress anybody.
Brief me about that war sequences.
I also had explosives detonating next to me, on me.
On you?
Yeah, behind me, in front of me. I was blown up. I mean, I had the harness and the ropes and flying through the air and everything. It was great action. I had a great experience. I really love it. I mean, 𝐷𝗵𝐺 is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's one of my wife's all-time favorite movies. She had me watch it a while ago. Kamal Hassan and Sridevi are just...
போடா ஆண்டவனே நம்ம பக்கம் இருக்கான்.
போடா ஆண்டவனே நம்ம பக்கம் இருக்கான்.
SS Music நேயர்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் தான் 𝐅𝐨𝐫 அண்ட் நிறைய செலிபிரிட்டிஸ் இன்டர்வியூ எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கிறோம். அந்த வகையில் இன்னைக்கு கேப்டன் மில்லர் செம்மையான ஒரு ரோல் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. அண்ட் RRR நம்ம மனசுல எல்லாம் இடம் பிடிச்ச எட்வர்ட் நம்ம கூட இருக்கிறாரு. வெல்கம் டு தி ஷோ ப்ரோ.
தேங்க்யூ. வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம். நான் தெரியாம வெல்கம் டு தி ஷோ இங்கிலீஷ்லாம் பேசுறேன். வணக்கம் அழகா சொல்லியிருக்கிறாரு. Do you know any lot of quite bit of Tamil?
Teach me some good ones, because right now, I mean, it's been a while since I was on set and I was starting to pick up some words, here and there, but other than amma ille vanakkam nandri, korumbu, my favorite food.
It's a spicy
food. Yeah, it's great.
All right.
These kind of things are I haven't really gotten much further. Yeah, so I apologize for that, but like I said, this is on my bucket list, to really get.
But these words are more than enough to sustain here in Chennai, I guess. Moreover,
and yeah, I mean, if you can say yes, no, and some food, some culinary words, then yeah, you'll survive at least. Yeah.
And we get to know that you have mentioned that you're a very big fan of Dhanush after doing this film or while doing this film. What made you to become a fanboy for Dhanush?
I just love what he's done in this film. I love what I've seen in the teaser and my scenes with him. I was really impressed with his professionalism and his intensity, as well as the fact that when you're talking with him and working out the scene, he's very chill. He's very humble and soft spoken, and has a very sweet, warm smile. So I really admire that he's able to just be so himself, despite being such a hugely adored star.
We love that modulation hugely. It makes sense.
Yeah, and, I mean, you can't. After I've witnessed the kind of love that he got at the pre-launch event. So yeah, you can't overstate the kind of enthusiasm that he generates.
Good. And what was your first reaction when you got to know that RRR has wrote an Oscar?
Yeah, that was ecstatic, wasn't it? I mean, I think I think the whole country was quite excited and proud, and I especially, since I was a part of that project. I mean, it was great. Just knowing that there's this film that was getting so much love from so many big filmmakers, even in Hollywood. These James Cameron and Steven Spielberg are like talking about and shedding, giving so much love to this film that I was a significant part of. That's like, that's a dream come true also.
Being an American, what inspired you to do films in India?
The story is, I was just living my life, minding my own business in California in the US. And I happened to see Lagan. It was my first first Bollywood film, Hindi film. And it just blew me away. I just loved it so much. I got obsessed actually with Bollywood, with Indian cinema as well, and Indian culture. And, long story short, I visited India, came back, then I came back the second time to seek my fortune in Mumbai as an actor. I had taught myself a fair amount of Hindi already, and was quite familiar with the culture and the language. So I found my niche as a as a British colonial villain already, and shortly after I arrived. In a TV serial that became a really big hit about Jhansi Ki Rani, about Rani Lakshmibai. And that after that, just became more about films, and here we are.
I just wanted to ask this question to you because you've already played many antagonist role in the films, like being in British colonial villain actually.
Yeah.
And do you think it's you're like setting it as an example, like I'll do this kind of films alone, or do you have any kind of dream roles that I want to do?
I've done other roles already. I mean, it's not like that's the only kind of roles that I get, but yeah, it is the majority because that is the requirement. There is this genre of historical drama that we have in India, which generally involves British colonial guys, and British colonial guys are generally negative. So that's just a fact. And I don't resent it. I don't mind it. But I also love doing other roles as well. I'm actually just a really nice guy. I'm a vegetarian. I don't drink or smoke. I don't oppress, anybody. So it's my it's very different from my normal
Personal life.
personality.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't mind it. It's fun. It's my it's my craft. It's my work. It's my passion. But I also like doing other roles as well, and I do get to from time to time.
And I would like to ask, why is Lagan so much connected to you? Because there are so many films.
It's just such a well done movie. I love the emotion and the beauty, and it just, the music actually really had a big effect on me too. I'd never really heard Bollywood music before, and A.R. Rahman, I mean, what a genius, especially I love his work, especially back from those times. Still today I listen to that soundtrack a lot, and it just inspires me. Chale chalo, it's just amazing stuff. So it just struck a chord. Yeah, and it still does. I still could watch it over and over.
So what was the one thing that you learned through these years, maybe through these days in this journey, maybe?
Follow your heart, because I had to take a leap of faith. I was a chef for 15 years in California, and I just dropped that because I fell in love with India. I fell in love with Indian cinema. So
with an Indian girl.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, shortly after I arrived, I met my, love of my life. We're now married and, have an 11-year-old son. And I never imagined any of this. I was just taking a leap of faith. I mean, it was a little calculated. I knew that, okay, there's a niche for me as a white face and as an actor who speaks Hindi and can act and all that. I'll try and find a place for myself in that industry. But I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anything about the industry. I just showed up with my bags and just started, trying to like make calls and all that. It wasn't even like, barely Facebook had even started back then. So I was really just starting as a total newbie. And I just feel like the lesson, going back to your question, is that, it's okay to follow your heart when you really feel strongly in something. It doesn't always have to make sense. Because if you look at what I did at the time, and just looking at it objectively, that makes no sense. What are you, crazy? But I did it, and I did it because I felt strongly. Even if I didn't understand it, I had a strong feeling, and I trusted it. And now I'm married to the love of my life. I have this amazing career, and just got an amazing life. I love Mumbai. It's got an amazing vibe about it. I just I've never imagined that this would happen. So yes, follow your heart.
How does this collaboration with Captain Miller happen? How did you get on board for the film?
So I first heard that this film was being made, a period film, and I had already finished shooting another Tamil film directed by 𝐷 with 𝐼𝐸𝐺𝐻 Sarja. I worked very closely with 𝐼𝐸𝐺𝐻 Sarja sir, who's just a great guy, great gentleman. It was really nice working with him. And so he after working with me and seeing my work and all that, he got me in touch with 𝐷𝐸 𝐀𝐝𝐯 sir, and the rest is, here we are.
And I threw this question to everybody who has acted in Captain Miller, and I just want to hear it from your aspect as well. We see some war action sequences in the teaser as well.
Oh, yes.
So how does that happen? And when talking with Sandeep Kishan, he was stating about these explosives that was like exploding near eggs to him.
Yeah.
So do you have any bad experiences like that, or brief me about that war sequences?
I also had explosives detonating next to me, on me.
On you?
Yeah, behind me, in front of me. I was blown up. I mean, I had the harness and the ropes and flying through the air and everything. It was great action. I had a great experience because, the action sir, Dilip sir, was like in charge. He has a great team. He's like the best in your industry, right? So, I could really trust that, I was safe as I'm running towards, some vehicle that is, or something that's going to explode or whatever. I can trust that, I'm not going to explode.
And down the track, after another decade, like where do you see yourself in this industry after a decade?
Another decade. I would love to keep doing films in the South, especially Tamil industry. It's really exciting here because you get so much love from the fans. You get so much energy. There's so much passion, and among the filmmakers here, and just that love for film. I mean, this is the best place for an actor to be, right? In a culture like that. So, yeah, I mean, God willing, that's, I'll still be here doing this and more so. I mean, I would love to do other kinds of roles. Like I said, I have no problem doing negative British characters, but, I love getting more and more of these other kinds of opportunities, which I'm getting more in the Hindi industry. And so I'm sure, eventually, the full breadth of my talents will be discovered here too.
So you have lined up many more projects, maybe in South.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to see. I don't know when the release is happening, but Pavijay's film with 𝐸𝐫 and 𝐷𝐸 𝐀𝐝𝐯 sir, it's it'll be released too, so you'll get to see that. And then after that, yeah, right now Devil is still screening that with Nandamuri Kalyanram, NTR Jr.'s brother. So that I. There again, I'm the bad guy, British bad guy, and it's quite a nice film, Telugu film. Okay. So yeah, things are rolling. Things are definitely rolling.
Other than periodic drama, what sort of film, what genre of films you love to do? Like you may be liking, or you love to do your dream genre of the film, maybe.
So yeah, I mean, slightly different in the historical zone. I played Lord Mountbatten opposite K.K. Menon in a Hindi web series that'll be coming out this year. Very soon. Now I know that's still historical. So I've also done a Russian character in Jubilee, directed by Vikramaditya Motwane. That's an amazing web series that came out this last year. So he's a diplomat, involved in the film industry in Bombay in the 1950s. Okay. So it's a totally different kind of vibe that I get to do, and it was great doing the accent and having a romantic track with Aditi Rao Hydari. Okay. And so there's other things I could tell you about. It's not all bad British guys, and more these these opportunities are coming.
Have you ever the Hollywood industry has approached you for any roles or any films?
No, as of now I have not pursued it. Nobody's come after me or anything. This is my home now, India. I've really settled in Mumbai. I don't want to live anywhere else, so I haven't really pursued that. If something came along, I certainly wouldn't I wouldn't mind considering, but this is my industry. This is my home. I love it here.
One takeaway point from Captain Miller, what would that be?
Killer Captain Miller. You're gonna love it. That's all I can say about it. It's really gonna live up to the hype, and I think everyone's gonna be satisfied when it's over.
Have you seen any Tamil films, or do you have any personal connect with Tamil films, or any favorite artists from Tamil?
Yeah, I still have a long way to go to catch up with my Tamil film education, but yeah, I mean, what I've seen, I really love. I mean, Sadma is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's one of my wife's all-time favorite movies. She had me watch it a while ago. Kamal Hassan and Sri Devi are just legends, and Kamal Hassan is so talented and so amazing. I mean, just a world-class actor. That hopefully I'll be get to meet and God willing, work with one day. That would be awesome. And the fact that it was also produced by Satya Jyoti Films, made joining Captain Miller, that much more exciting. To know they're part of such a lineage as that was awesome. But like I said, there's so much more to Tamil cinema that I'm excited to explore.
Since you mentioned Kamal Hassan, sir, I just want you to recite a dialogue, which I'll say. It's from it's from an artist called Rajinikanth, sir. He's a superstar in Tamil Nadu. It's a dialogue.
Of course, I know Rajinikanth. Yeah.
Poda, ஆண்டவனே நம்ம பக்கம் இருக்கான்.
Poda, ஆண்டவனே நம்ம பக்கம் இருக்கான்.
Nailed it, bro. Nailed it. Thank you so much for being such a sport. It's a really very honor interviewing you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was such a pleasure. Nandri.
Thank you.